Hi, it's the 15th of November. Plenty of dystopian news coming right at you. Latin America is running out of water. Now, the Panama Canal is actually struggling to operate due to this. So there we are. Here's one to be aware of. The WEF last week said that there's a ransomware warning sign that we should have on our radar. Now, this week, 13th to today, they're all meeting about the cyber and the attacks. And usually that means that something will happen within 3 months. It happened with the 201 event and the COVID event too. So something to watch out on. There's been a major hack by Russian gangs, and it's affected 1.3 million in Maine in the US. China's biggest lender, ICBC, has been hit by a ransomware attack. Cyber attack disrupts millions of US mortgage payments at Mr. Cooper. Australia's ports were hit by a cyber event which threatened the supply chains. Australia again. Optus, millions were affected by their network failure. Something weird going on over in Australia at the moment. I believe that they are going to be the first country that goes down the digital ID route from the Western world. Brits are prepping as they are worried that doomsday is coming. If people can't see it, they're totally asleep. Central banks appear to be driving the world's economy off a cliff, says the Telegraph. I've been talking about that for 2 years. The US will run out of paper to print dollars, says the Kremlin. Britain will lead the world in self-driving cars, says the Transport Secretary. I hope not. Bungalows in the UK are near extinction. Now, the reason being, they take up too much land and that they could build hundreds of pods in that same area just for you. Good news. Booths supermarkets are to ditch self-checkouts in North England stores. They will still have 2 stores that have them, so they haven't completely ditched them, but they've got rid of most of them. Southern England is preparing for solar farm expansion. Apparently it's massive. It's all by design. It'll be no more farms, so no more food being grown. And you'll be then eating bugs, lab-grown meat, and all that rubbish. So we've got to make sure it doesn't happen. The net and zero policies are pushing up inflation, according to a Bank of England rate setter. Wow, somebody's actually telling the truth there. The crippling problem of renewable green energy cannot be solved. Now, this is where they're going to tax us into poverty to pay for this agenda. It's mind-numbing. Millions of Brits are forced to unplug their fridges to cope with rising bills. Now, I call that BS. I just can't see millions of Brits. I mean, there's 68 million in the UK. And if they're quoting millions, that means it's probably 1 in 15, 1 in 20. I just call that a sensational headline. Sweden, a Swedish company called Aira, AIRA, is aiming to wean Italy off dirty gas boilers. Now, they've also mentioned the UK and Germany in that article. So there you are. They don't want you to have gas because you can't switch gas off. Whereas electric, you can switch it off if you've been a naughty citizen. Heat pumps are too noisy for millions of British homes, but they're still going to try and install them in every single one. Tyre emissions appear to be the next area that the GOV will look to tax us on. So there you are. Car ownership could be a thing of the past, according to the Telegraph. Apparently, the younger generation, so the young adults, are just starting to use public transport and they can't afford the insurance and the cars and the loans, etc. It's all by design. The Los Angeles Police Department RoboDog was sent onto a bus to deal with a standoff the other day. So this is the last article, but I wanted to put it in there because I've been covering RoboDogs for nearly 2 years. This will be the future of policing right there in that article. And it is the Black Mirror episode where all those dogs, I'll call them, were chasing after people. And it's a really dystopian episode. So plenty of articles there. Please pass on to as many as you can. Obviously, my channel is properly shadow and banned, and they just don't get past 350 to 400 these days. And every little thing helps. And please get these articles out to as many people that are still sat on the fence, because they shouldn't be sat on the fence, because they're going to get splinters soon. Because, you know, if they can't see this, then is there any hope in saving them? Thank you. All the best.